I'm going to go through two things that you might want to do when you're setting up your account, which is use your custom domain and your custom email address. So I'm going to walk through each one of those things separately. I'm going to go over custom domains first, and if you already know how to do that, then you might want to skip till later in this video when I talk about how to set up custom email addresses. So first of all, your custom email address, what is that exactly? Well, you notice when you signed up to Proposify, you would have chosen a subdomain. So that's the thing that comes before the .proposify.biz. So in my case, I chose Golden Dude, and so my domain is goldendude.proposify.biz. And if I go and take a look at a proposal preview, it also says goldendude.proposify.biz. So that's what your client would see. Now, not everybody wants this. They want to have their own, they want it to look like it's coming from their own website. It's not even on Proposify. They don't want to see a mention of Proposify. So to do that, you would need to set up a custom domain. So here's how you do that. If you go to Settings and then go to Domains, you'll see the instructions here for setting up a custom domain. It says to set up a custom domain, you'll need to add a CNAME record to your DNS. And if you're not sure how to do this, check with your web hosting provider. So basically you need to add a record to your domain name server. So this is usually where you have your website hosted. So for example, if you have your website hosted with GoDaddy or Media Temple or one of those companies, that would be your DNS provider. So to do that, first what we'll do is we'll set up the CNAME record and then we'll add it here in Proposify. So the instructions, if we take a look at the instructions, it says that we need to add a CNAME record. The host name is whatever whatever we want to call the subdomain in our domain, right? So it might be proposals, it might be sales, whatever we want to use, that will be the URL that we use on our own domain. So for example, proposals.acme.com, right? And then your target domain needs to be app.proposify.biz. That's important because we don't want to use something like, goldendude.proposify.biz, because that's not going to work. It has to be app. No matter what your subdomain is, it's always app.proposify.biz. Now I'm going to show you how to do it on Rackspace because that's where I have my my domain hosted is with Rackspace. But this would be a similar process if you used GoDaddy or Media Temple, or we've got a list of some of the popular hosting providers in our knowledge base. So first what we do is I'm editing my domain details. So if you're using Rackspace, this is what I did. I went to Networking, Cloud DNS, and then I chose the domain that I had, and here's all the records. So what I want to do is I want to add a record for, I'm going to call it proposals.kyleracki.com. So I just click Add Record here, and I need to make sure the type is CNAME, and then again the host name I want it to be proposals.kyleracki.com. This could be anything though. It could be sales, it could be solutions, whatever you want it to be. Proposals.kyleracki.com, and the target domain is of course app.proposify.biz, and the time to live is 5 minutes. So we want it to be added as soon as we can. So let's add that record. Okay, so I've added this this CNAME record now, sales.kyleracki.com, and once it propagates, which could take a little bit of time, then it should show up. So I'm going to now go into Proposify. And I'm going to add this record here. And so my custom domain settings have been saved. I don't know if it's propagated yet, but I've now told Proposify what that domain should be. So when we click on preview, it works. You see here it says sales.kylerackie.com/preview, so I can now, when I send this to my clients, they'll see that URL and not this one. Now I'm still going to use goldendew.proposify.biz to make edits and go into the software. Custom domain is only used in the previews. So hope that helps, and I'm going to add actually another video for setting up custom emails.